Okay, so I have something I really want to talk about. That is you. You have to start taking action. You have to start getting out of your head and getting rid of all the freaking like bullshit stories that you tell yourself about, oh, I have this block, I have this, I have this, I have this. You have to stop saying all these freaking excuses about why things aren't happening for you, and you just have to start taking action. You simply have to start taking action. So if you've hired all the business coaches and you're not getting results, it's because of all the shit that's going on in here, right? If, you left your corporate job to start, doing something for yourself because you wanted to be, have more time location and freedom location and, family or time freedom and location freedom and, you know what I mean, then you've got to really, really, really start taking steps. Period, end of story, right? The universe isn't going to step in until you start actually taking steps. Once you start taking action, the universe is going to start to pick up on it and it's going to go, oh, look at her over here. She's starting to take some action. I think I can start to get behind that. Then what happens is you might take a couple steps and you're like, well, it didn't freaking happen. Now the universe is like, well, shit, I was just stepping in and now she's like putting up this wall between me and, making things happen for her. So, okay, like whatever, right? You've got to continually take steps. You've got to nurture the seeds that you plant in your garden. Your garden, right? It takes time. It takes freaking time. You've got to continue nurturing the seeds. If you don't water and weed the garden and tend to it, none of those seeds are ever going to sprout. You've got to continue nurturing that, right? You've got to continue taking steps. You can't just sit back and say, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You have to take steps to make it happen. You have to take steps to make it happen. And if it's out of alignment, then it won't happen. But something else will come as a result of it, right? Some new inspiration, some new ideas. Something's going to come. But if you just sit back and say, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, that's fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so passionate about that right now, but that's just some fucking bullshit. Like, nothing's ever going to happen until you make it happen. So start taking some freaking responsibility. Don't put all the blame on whatever blocks or bullshit limiting beliefs that you have. Like, ultimately, okay, yeah, you have limiting beliefs. So what? I have limiting beliefs. So what? I also have empowering beliefs, and I still take action. Like, I still show up. I'm here on this live, right? Like, I haven't eaten all day. I'm fucking starving. I just got off an amazing intensive, and my son's napping, and so I'm using this time that I should be eating to come on here and tell you to take some freaking responsibility and to tell you to continue to show up, right? Like, I haven't been able to show up as much this week, but I'm still showing up. I'm coming on, still almost daily and doing lives. Like, I still make it happen, right? Like, no matter what. You guys see me all the time. Owen comes in here, I freaking breastfeed while I show up for you guys. Like, I still make it happen. So whatever excuses you have about why stuff isn't happening, just freaking stop. Just freaking stop making the excuses and just start taking responsibility and take some action. And when you start to take action, then the universe is going to step in. And the more you nurture your seeds and the more you continue to take action, the more the universe is going to step in, and then the more results you're going to see and the more you're going to be able to reap your harvest. Sounds freaking amazing. Who doesn't want to reap their harvest? No, but you're not going to have a harvest if you just drop some seeds and walk away. That's not how you garden. That is not how farmers make a living. That is not how farmers provide food for everybody. They don't just freaking drop seeds and walk away. I know, I dated a farmer for several years. Like, I lived there. I totally did that. Like, I know very, very clearly. And plus I love to garden. You don't just drop seeds and walk away. Like, you continue to nurture and tend to the garden, right? So If you have these, dreams of making a business and tending clients, if you make one post in one Facebook group and then you never go again, no one's gonna freaking know who you are. Like, if you just come on and say, hi, I do this, I do this, and I do this, and you never show up again, everyone's gonna be like, okay, well, I don't know what to even make about that, right? Like, you have to show up and you have to take responsibility for the success or the lack of success that you have, because it's all yours, right? Now, I'm going to do a Moana lesson because I fucking love that movie, but it's so fitting for all of this law of attraction, manifesting, creating your dream life, right? Who here doesn't want to live their dream life? If you don't want to live your dream life, then you're not in the right place, and you should, totally not be in this group, because I'm all about creating my dream life, and I'm all about helping and empowering my clients and my followers to do the same for themselves, right? I've made a massive transformation within 1 year, right? I went from being almost homeless with an infant in my arms, being so freaking hungry and so poor that I had to leave my groceries at the store twice in a week because my food stamps didn't come through. Now, $10,000 is easy to make, right? This is, hi Diana, this is easy, right? But from where I was even a year ago to now is massive. And I'm moving to Kauai in, what's the date today? I'm moving to Kauai in 2 months, February 14th, Valentine's Day. What better way to celebrate the love of my life than moving to Kauai on Valentine's Day, right? Love Day. Happy Love Day to me. I'm so fucking stoked, right? I've been on 6 trips since February with my son that I paid for in cash, right? You're just so in your own way. And I know, and I get it, because trust me, I was there. I was in exactly 2 months today. That's awesome. I fucking love it. I was in such a victim mindset, right? I got raped, I got pregnant, I was a single mom. I was oh, I'm gonna be a single mom, therefore everything is gonna be fucking hard for myself. I said that shit to myself so many times, and look at what I created for myself, right? I had totally created all of that for me. I sold my previous business. I spent that money really, really quickly on all the things to get us to move forward, right? I totally just got a fucking message come through, and that derailed my train of thought, right? But I was in that, oh yeah, so I spent all my money on selling my previous business that I, was oh, I need this bright shiny object and this bright shiny object, and I need to, hire this person, and I have to do this course before anything to be successful. I spent my money so freaking fast, and guess what I had? I had nothing left over. Nothing left over. Once you get out of your own freaking way and you stop the bullshit excuses, you don't need to do that course, and you don't need to do that, and you don't need to do that before you're successful. What you do need to do is you need to tend the seeds that you've planted, and you need to start acting in service of your dreams. If you have a dream and you want to create this business for yourself so you can have this and this and this, but you continue to look at fucking jobs that are available that you can look at, how are you ever going to create this business for yourself, right? Now, if you need money temporarily, then there you go, right? That can be a stepping stone, but ultimately, right? If you are continually looking at objects here and here and here when you want to be right in front of you, then you're not going to make it, right? So you don't need the fucking website. You don't need, the email list. You don't need X, Y, and Z in order to get started. What you need to do is you need to move your feet, or your hypothetical feet, right? If you're doing an online business, whatever it is, you need to move, and only you can do that, right? So that scene in Moana, when Maui's just taken off with her boat, and she's jumped off the cliff and she lands flat in the water, and Maui's well, see ya, I'm out. She looks only for a second back at the island that she can now be stuck at forever, and then she turns around and she sees Moana sailing away with her boat, and she's sitting there in the water, right? So she can either go back to the island and, be stuck there, or she can try to swim after her boat. She's swimming. There's literally wind in the sail. He is sailing away. Like, there is no foreseeable way that, you know, one would think there's no way you can swim to catch up to that boat if it's literally like moving, sailing away. That boat's going to be going so much faster. But she makes the choice. She doesn't see how, but she makes the choice. She takes 4 strokes. I have watched this movie over 200 times. I know she has. She takes 4 strokes, and then the ocean just picks her up and goes, here you are. There's no way in hell she would know that the ocean would do that, but it happens, right? And that's exactly how the universe works. You have to take the first few strokes, and then the universe is gonna like pick up on that momentum and start to carry you there. So, yeah, that movie's fucking amazing. So, that is how you get to creating your dream life. You have to take steps in service of that. If you have no idea what your dream life looks like, if you have no idea how to do that or how to find out the right steps to do that, and if you need a guide, like, I can help you with that. Like, that's no problem. There are plenty of other people that can help you with that too. If I don't resonate with you, that's fine. But the thing is you have to take the steps to get there. Like, that's period, end of story. Nothing else is going to happen for you until you start to take responsibility. If you are sitting there, if you are someone that says, oh, you know, I'll see, like, I hear this a lot. People are like, I really want to work with you, and I'll just, you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And I'm like, what the fuck ever? If it's meant to be, you're going to take the action steps to make it happen. Right? Like, you are going to step up to the plate and you are going to take the action steps. And then if it's meant to be, the universe is going to deliver that to you. But if you just sit back there and say, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, like, it's just going to come to me. If my dream husband is meant to be, like, you know, he's going to come find me, but I'm sitting here on my couch fucking, you know, doing whatever, right? Like, whatever it is that you want to create for yourself, like, you've got to go ahead and take the steps to attract that to you, right? Whatever it is, this works in every area of your life. So if you're meant to lose 100 pounds, you're not going to do it sitting on your couch, just willing it away. Like, you have to literally take steps to achieve that, right? So start taking responsibility. Start taking responsibility. This is my goal for every single person in this group and every single person that I ever talk or come across, is that you start to take action steps and take steps in service of your dreams and your goals and your aspirations. And I guarantee you, when you get there, you will have other dreams, right? You will have other goals and other aspirations, right? And you'll have so much more confidence and momentum built up because you just did this. Now you're like, fuck yeah, I can do that, right? Like, I had my biggest cash month ever last month, and it's like, well, shit, that was easy. It was. I went on a vacation to Hawaii and had a freaking holiday. It was easy, right? So whatever it is, like, you completely can do this. But again, you just have to take steps. If you can't, I'm just like, so apparently, because I'm really passionate about this right now, really sick and tired of people saying, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. That's fucking bullshit. Like, take some steps and make it happen. The universe is going to be behind you, but take some steps and fucking make it happen. Like, take some responsibility for your life, right? So, you know, you can, this is one of the things that I'm coming up with, because I'm creating my mastermind that I'm going to start launching and, you know, getting people into in the new year. It's not going to start till the spring. But one of the things that is, like, you have already manifested the shit out of your life. Now it's time to start manifesting the gold. Like, enough with the fucking shit. Start manifesting the gold, right? And you're only going to do that by taking the action steps and getting out of your head. Seeing the bullshit limiting beliefs for what they are. You can see them. That doesn't mean they have to impact you. Like a kid on the playground. You can see that kid, but do you let him impact you? No. Not at all. That's what a limiting belief is. It's just a fucking kid on the playground. Whatever. He goes and does his thing. You're over here doing your thing. It doesn't matter. So, right? Like, get out of your own head. Stop giving those limiting beliefs the self-sabotaging habits, whatever it is, stop giving them power. The more you focus on them, the more you give them power. So stop focusing on them, right? Do you know what the opposite of a limiting belief is? It's an empowering belief. What are the empowering beliefs that you have? What are they? Are they, I'm a fucking rock star? Like, hell yes, I can do this. I can achieve whatever I want. Like, are they, even though I might have some worry, I still act anyways? That is empowering as fuck. What are your empowering beliefs? Start focusing on those more than your limiting beliefs, right? Start focusing on all the areas of your life that have abundance rather than the areas of your life that don't. Because wherever your focus goes, that's what you create for yourself, right? So if you focus on the fact that there's $200 in your bank account, you're going to continue to focus on the fact that there is $200 in your bank account. Or if you focus on the fact that, like, holy shit, I have a fridge full of food, like, I am set, I have so much food, like, I have so much around me, I have a house, I have a roof over my head, I have internet, I have a cell phone that I can listen to this freaking person, you know, bitch about taking responsibility. I have all this technology and all this that I can do. Like, you have so much. So start focusing on that and be grateful for it, right? Be grateful for it. Gratitude is powerful manifesting energy. Yes, Melissa, wherever your focus goes, energy flows. That's actually, I heard that from Tony Robbins. That's not mine. But it's so freaking true. Wherever your focus goes, energy flows, right? So are you focusing on all the things that you don't have? Are you focusing on all the, you know, horrible relationships that you've had in your past and that men are fucking jerks, right? Are you focusing on that, you know, no matter, every time you put yourself out there, people say no? That's just some bullshit story that you're creating for yourself, right? So start changing it. How about every time you put yourself out there, more people start to see you? There you go, right? If you don't believe that people say, oh my God, this woman's amazing yet, then you can, like, make it a stepping stone empowering belief, right? Like, every time I put myself out there, more people see me. More people are exposed to me. That's awesome, right? But if you just literally sit behind your computer and go, oh, well, if it's, you know, if the universe wills it, and if it's meant to be, then it'll meant to be, and people will find you. They're never going to find you if they don't know who the fuck you are. So, like, just stop. Stop. Start making stuff happen for yourself. That's what I got for you today. I can continue beating that. Where did that, someone asked me that question the other day, where that, you know, beating the horse with a stick. That's like a terrible saying, but I almost said it. I did that to say it. But I can beat that over and over and over. So please, like, every single person who watches this, every single person in my group, every single person I ever come in contact with, I have a lot of guys reach out to me, actually, for multiple reasons, because I'm that amazing. But I have, like, a lot of guy friends, and they're like, I'm just, like, so drawn to you and your work. And I have a guy friend, and he's, like, well, not always, because I you know, told him I couldn't do it as often. You know, he was like, every single week, like, you know, it would be like a 2-hour conversation. I'm like, dude, I get paid way money to this. I love you as a person, but you can't be continually reaching out to me and asking me all this stuff, right? So, I fired my friend. He's a wonderful person, but periodically, you know, every few months or whatever, and he follows my stuff that I put on my public page, and which is not very much, but you know, and it's like, yeah, like, you just have to take actions and get out of your own head, right? So, you know, my focus is women, but, like, seriously, guys, every single person does this. Every single person does this. And you just have to, like, believe in yourself. You just have to know how fucking amazing you are. Because you are. Like, you truly are so fucking incredible. And it's time to start feeling that and seeing that and believing that, ultimately. And start putting yourself out there. Seriously, take action. If the seed doesn't, you know, turn into a full-blown freaking sunflower tomorrow when you planted it today, guess what? You still have to continue nurturing it. they take a little bit of time. And then all of a sudden, once that first flower blooms, guess what happens in a garden? Anyone here ever have a garden? That first flower starts to bloom, then the next one blooms, the next one blooms. Then you've got a full-on freaking blooming garden, and it's the most incredible, glorious thing you've ever seen. That is exactly what it's like to create your dream life. That's exactly what it's like. People ask me how I went from almost homeless, to making 5 figures. When I started this online business, ultimately I really started this online business in March. I was focusing more as a fertility coach. I shifted to this deeper womb healing and law of attraction that I've been doing for freaking ever. And I made my pivot. In March in March I started. I had no idea what I was doing. In May I had my first $5,000 month. I manifested, and it wasn't all from business, but I had a $15K month in July. So it's just only 2 months later, right? And I manifested it, and now I'm like consistently making 5 figures a month solely from my business, right? Like that's a really quick jump, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better because I'm fucking amazing, and like my clients have incredible, profound transformations, right? And yours will too once you really start to believe that and see it. You get in freaking alignment, right? So, but the more you take steps, the more you're gonna get into alignment, right? A lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm not aligned, oh my goodness. And it'll get to a point where maybe that's true. If you keep beating your head against the freaking wall around, the people that you're attracting or whatever, then yeah, there's a little pivot that needs to be made. That's where, we can help you with that, right? Maybe you don't have enough clarity. Maybe you just need to shift slightly. I did an intensive yesterday with a gal who she's been in business for a while. She only had to, bye Melissa, thanks for being here. Thank you. She only has had one client that had paid her freaking piddly. And she has people reaching out to her all the time, but, she wasn't signing any clients. And that was, some limiting belief stuff. It was just bullshit stories, right? But I helped her get that. I helped her get some clarity on that. Now, like yesterday, which online course builder? I don't use an online course builder. That's a limiting belief that you have to have an online course builder. I actually used to, and it's expensive as fuck. You don't need that. You totally don't need that at all. So you can, totally, anyways, I just got distracted there. But, within freaking half an hour on a 3-hour intensive yesterday, she was like, holy shit, so much more clarity. And then she sent me a message like an hour after our call. Like I'm saying, I've never been this excited about my business. She's going to be on, it's because she's aligned now. She's going to be on freaking fire and start making stuff happen left and right for her, right? She like realizes the stories that she created for herself. And it's just now, more aligned than ever with what she's been doing, right? Like it's not rocket science, but unless getting out of your own way is rocket science. But, I just want you to freaking start. I just want you to do it. You don't need all the fancy things, right? You might get to a level where having some of the fancy things will be helpful for you, right? Like now I have a website. Now I have some courses. I have someone repurposing and repackaging my courses so that I can sell them, as passive income products, right? So they get delivered via automation and mail, or they are available for instant download, depending on how I have it set up. So when I do live courses, I have a Facebook group for them. And yeah, Karen, that's why you're creating all this stuff for yourself. So yeah, I have a private Facebook group, and I create things on my computer. I upload them. I have them privately. Like that's, yeah, if you need help with any of that, Patricia, I can certainly, we can get on a call sometime. We can do an intensive or whatever, and I can help you map all that stuff out. Like it's easy, and it doesn't have to cost $100 a month or $200 a month like Kajabi is or whatever it is now, right? Like it doesn't have to. Or it could be one of those cheaper online course builders that takes fucking 30% of your enrollment fee. screw that noise. So, yeah, you don't have to have any of that at all. It's like so easy. So, anyways, that's what I got for you. Stop making excuses. Start taking action. You don't need all the fancies. You don't need that at all. And, yeah, I'm going to go eat some lunch because I'm freaking starving. So, I love y'all. I want to see you all start to take action. All right. I'm going to make a video a little bit later after I get something to eat, about how I want, because I want to make some shifts in this group because I want to be able to support you. I did a poll a while ago on, you know, if people wanted this to be a promo group, and, you know, there was actually, it was really awesome because a lot of people said that they really didn't, want it to be a promo group, but this group is growing and this group is about to double and even triple here really soon. So you know, I want to support you guys. I want you all to create your dream life, right? And part of that is getting to know and put yourself out there. And I want to be able to support you in doing that with this group. So I'm going to do a new video here sometime later today on, you know, how you can, you know, put yourself out there in this group. This is a really safe space, and I want this to continue to be a safe space. And, you know, I appreciate groups that I've been able to promo in myself, and I want you to be able to do that too. This is not going to turn into a fucking spam fest, though. I'm going to say that right there. So, anyways, I'm going to put I'll do a video and talk about that a little bit later, and how you can, you know, some of the shifts that you'll start to see here, because I want to be able to support you. So, anyways, I love y'all. I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday, and I'll talk to you soon.